stay focused. Stay focused. Never lose track of your progress. Only time you should look back is to see how far you've come. Don't look back for anything. And you're gonna start off struggling, for real. You're gonna start off struggling, but life is like a bow and arrow. The more you get pulled back, the further you're gonna be launched. My name is Berggraaf. I'm 20 years old and I am a young bodybuilder. Currently, I'm at CDC. I'm studying SVW, which is Sociaal-Pedagogisch Werken. With that, I hope to one day be a psychologist. I really like to help people out. I really like to listen to people and their worries and trying to put it in a different perspective for them. And hopefully they run with that. Well, in 2007, I suffered third-degree burns. That's really bad. It's the worst you can be burned. And I got it over both my legs and my left arm, if you look at it. Well, basically how it happened is we were sitting at the table and not sure how, but there was a flame that erupted on the table and it was over some open gas, and I caught the worst of it. And my dad was sitting across from me, and he also got burned on his fingers, but I think that's gone now. But yeah, I caught the worst of it, and I was on fire for maybe 7 seconds maybe. I stood up, ran around here to the kitchen. At the kitchen, I tore a little bit, then I fell on the ground and it rolled. And then the maid that was with us, we usually have dinner with our maid and stuff, so she put me out, and yeah, I looked up, I saw my skin on the floor. It was all my legs were all pink and black, and yeah. I had to undergo I think it was about 2 surgeries. One was a skin transplant, and one was just to clean the dead skin from my burned legs. Also, I had to bathe 3 times a day, and that was probably the worst pain you'll ever experience. The hardest thing, I think, emotionally, was seeing my parents crying. And my mom sometimes couldn't be there, especially when I had to take a shower. My mom left. My dad came in because my mom couldn't see that at all. She couldn't hear me scream or nothing. My dad, he was a bit tougher. I saw that he kind of was buckling too, but he didn't want to admit it. That he's but man, my dad was with me every step of the way. So it's really, so for me, it didn't really. The hardest thing was seeing them go through it than me being through it, and that really touched me. I was a school clown. I made everyone laugh at school. I was good with everyone. I played tag and hide and seek with all the kids, and so it was time to go back to school now. So see the same people, but the same people that I used to play with during the recess didn't want to play with me anymore because I was weird, So yeah, I really had to adjust to being more alone. They teased me, they bullied me really bad because I went to school with these socks, really long socks to cover dirt and the sun also from the burn wounds. And it was kind of weird because you walk in and you see black face but with a pink arms and pink legs. It's kind of weird. But they kept asking me they knew that I was burned, but they just kids are curious. So what happened? And I just got tired of hearing that what happened. So I had a teacher. I told her hey, just take this off. It was really tight. I couldn't. You can't take it off by yourself. It's a really tight sock over your whole leg. And I told her, hey, just take it off, because I'm tired of getting all these questions. Let them just see. Let them just see it. And she did. She took it off, and I got. They asked, no, they screamed. They looked at it like, oh my god, what is that? But yeah, over time that kind of stopped, because then that's when I like started getting less criticism and more respect for what I've been through. And that I kind of also I always use that as like an example for kids that are going through this type of stuff. Like, hey, I know exactly how you feel. I had to get my strength up. I had to eat more. I ate a lot, so that wasn't the problem. That was not the issue for me. I eat a lot, but like working out, it's never been my thing. But my dad once took me to the gym and said, "Hey, you gotta get your strength up. You gotta do some conditioning. You gotta do something. You can't just sit on your butt all day." I said, "Okay, you know what? I'll just check it out. You know, because I was bored anyway. I'll just check out a gym, see how it goes." And I went, and I fell in love. I went through the gate, and everything felt right. I don't know what it was, but like, this is what I want to do. And I was walking on the treadmills, and I remember the owner of the gym was a big dude, a bodybuilder, a veteran here on Curacao. I looked at him, I was like, I would never want to be that big though. I'd never want to be that big. But what I liked doing was the sudden rush of blood into the muscle when you're training. Like anyone that works out knows, when you're training, let's say you're doing back or you're doing chest or doing legs, the feeling, the tightness that you feel in your muscles when you're working out, that blood rush, that's what I like. But I stayed in it until now, my 20 going on 21. I'm still doing it, and I've won multiple trophies. I have like probably 8 or 9. However, I only have one first place. But the other trophies that I do have, they're like representations of a struggle getting there. I had a lot of second places, a lot of third places, but I only have one first place, and it means the world to me. It really does. I used to like be very scared to talk about it, but now I really like talking about it, because I know that everyone is going through something, and everyone can learn something from someone that has been through a bad situation. And that's what a lot of people learn from me. They learn, like, they see this guy's been through this guy's been through that, and there is hope. You know, everyone is going through something. Maybe it's even worse than what you're going through, but if I can make it out of there, everyone can. Trust me.